Honey, let's go over your weight loss / weight gain results for this week. What is it?
I am up 1.4.
1.4. Ouch. All right. Tell us a little bit how you did it.
Well, first of all, I did it with style.
Okay.
Friday night we went out to Red Lobster. I ate 3 days of points in one meal. And then,
Yes,
I had forgot. The next day I went back into the app to log my biscuits and the chocolate cake. So really, it's like almost 4 days of points in one meal.
Okay.
And then Saturday, I went to the buffet and did the same thing. In fact, I quit tracking points because I ran out of points. All my weeklies, everything was gone.
Right.
And then Sunday, I did probably half as bad, like, a day and a half in one meal, including all my regular points.
I don't think you did that bad on Sunday.
Probably.
Did you have a regular soda?
No.
Oh, good. Well, that's awesome. All right. Well, there's a little bit of a reason why we went out 2 nights in a row this week. And normally we just go out one night, but it just so happened that the kids had a special function on Friday, and then we wanted to make it up to our sitter because she really does.
Make it up to the sitter.
She does count on coming a week, and we love her to spend the time with the kids at that time. They look forward to seeing her, so we did Saturday too for that reason. But I thought we were going to pull it back on Saturday because we went out on Friday. But anyway, okay, we got a lot to talk about.
You pulled it back.
All right, I did, you guys. I actually wasn't feeling very well on Saturday, so I didn't eat very much when we went to the buffet. So that actually worked out.
Lucky.
Good for me. Yeah, I'll talk about me later. So what's your plan for this week? I mean, you're not going to do it again because we're going to get another weekend. We're going to have other weekends. They're going to come, hopefully. What is your plan of attack?
Listen, this was all scientific. I just wanted I wanted to see what these different types of meals would do to my...
You know what it does to you.
Yeah, but I wanted to know.
Do you know now?
I know.
Okay, so then what's your plan for the next time?
What do you think? Stay within points.
Okay, so wait a minute though. It really is a question of using your weeklies.
Yeah.
Because you log your weeklies.
Right.
And I've told you before, you probably shouldn't count on those so much.
That's true.
Right? So maybe you should make a plan
I still wanted to see it in action.
Okay, so are you going to adjust that this week as far as using your weeklies? Do you want to think about that for a bit?
No, that's the plan. Yeah.
You're going to use them still again?
Well, I might use some, but I'm not going to use all of them.
Why don't you make a plan to use a specific amount and see what that gets you as an experiment, and then that way a range that maybe might make you comfortable. It might bring you a more pleasing result. And then maybe you can up or down, bring those lower.
Half.
But half?
I'll do half.
Okay, so do you know what that number is?
I usually get something like 60-something weekly.
So about 30-ish. All right.
Spread out over the weekend.
Okay, why don't you do that then?
Okay.
Let's say 30
okay.
of the weeklies.
And
let's see what happens with that.
Write that down.
Okay, you guys, you heard it here. He's going to only do 30, and then we'll see what happens next Wednesday. All right, don't we all have weeks like this? Learning weeks, right? That's what it is. It's all data. You're a data guy.
Getting the data.
Exactly. Okay, guys, so now it's my turn to give you my weigh-in for this week. This week, I am down 0.4. So, very happy about that because last week I was down 0.8. And so, I guess that means in 2 weeks I'm down 1.2. So, steadily moving downward bit by bit, and that's fine, little by little. I feel like I'm making good choices. And it wasn't that easy either because it was kind of hard hanging with Honey this weekend. We had a lot of, he's being quiet over here, but there was just a lot of temptation, and so we've had a lot of discussions, but we are definitely going to support each other. Okay, so serious moment here. I have had to start with seeing a new internal medicine doctor. Now, my last one, who also does my hormones, she's going to continue to take care of my bioidentical hormones, but so she has a medical spa, but she also had an internal medicine practice. So she was kind of like my primary everything giver, right? And she sold that side of her practice to another doctor so that she could focus on her medical spa. So she's only doing the hormones. So this new doctor, when you started with a new doctor, especially when you're like 55 like I am, they want to run a whole blood panel, right? So they can get to know all about you and how you are. And quite honestly, I think the last time I had I do my hormone panel, like, I don't know, every 4 to 6 months. But the last time I think I had all my blood work done was probably about 2 years ago, because of, the way that everything shut down and all that kind of got waylaid. Okay, and, because of all the stress, I think, that happened last year, I got off of Weight Watchers last year. I didn't go hog wild or anything like that. But for a large part of the year, this is why I'm 10 pounds, trying to take the 10 pounds off that I gained last year, because I kind of let the stress get to me. I started eating, maybe I had more comfort foods. I thought I was eating like normal people, right? We would just have everything represented at the meals, and then we'd sometimes have dessert, and I'd try to make like good choices for dessert, and then we'd go out to eat. Or, honestly, I probably had a lot of bread. I probably had a lot of white bread. I probably had a lot of white potatoes. I don't know. Again, I just figured I gained the weight because I had a little bit more every time. I exceeded my energy input output. Okay, and so that's what happened. But apparently something else was happening, and we need to be really careful about what else happens, especially as we get older, because I ran my blood work. Now, some of you may know that you've been with me a while, and you know that I have the hereditary form of high cholesterol. So sometimes I'm on statins, sometimes I'm not. Now, I've been on statins, but I was able to bring it down for a while, so we got off of statins, and we were kind of hoping to be able to stay off. Me, right? Me and my doctor. And so given how last year went, it kind of crept up again, and I wasn't on statins. And now, besides high cholesterol, diabetes runs in my family as well, especially with my dad, who I actually got the high cholesterol from. And so now that I'm a little older, things are just responding differently. And my cholesterol is back up, which really scared my doctor, because he's like, this is like really crazy. Now, when I came off of statins, I had 230 as my cholesterol, and that to some people would seem like that's bizarre, right? Because that's so high, because anything like above 150 or so is like high cholesterol. But for me, having the familial hypercholesterolemia, the form I have, that's actually quite normal, so that's not a problem. But I have to watch it. Somehow it has climbed up to 388. And I know I can just hear your guys' jaws dropping right now. 388, oh my goodness, you're gonna die. But for me, again, and this form, there are people who have it a lot higher, although that does raise some flags. So yes, I have to go back onto statins, and I am going to be paying extra. I eat low fat as it is, right? But I really started paying attention in December. December 8th is when I started really attacking this low fat, and being healthy and all this stuff. It's not enough time. Usually, I guess your red blood cells they survive about 4 to 6 months before you get new ones or something. And so it's like, I'm probably still reading high from my follies last year, right? Okay, so number one, I can keep going with this, or I can attack it a little bit more vigorously, which I've decided to do, because also now my A1C is 5.7. From what I understand, 5.7 to, I don't know, what is it, 6 something, whatever, is like pre-diabetic. And so I'm like right there, standing on the wall. And I can't do that. I cannot do that. So I have to pull back. Now, some people who, register high on their A1C go, I'm going to do low carb, and end up doing higher fat. Well, with my high cholesterol, I really can't do high fat either. So I have to find somewhere in the middle. Now, I did kick around, just for some of you who are still with me from my starch solution days. I kicked around doing the starch solution again, but I don't know if you were with me back when I stopped doing that, and I stopped actually being 100% plant-based, was because I did try to rectify my high cholesterol situation with the starch solution and just keep zero fat out and keep all the carbs and veggies in. And I did that religiously for 3 months, and my cholesterol actually peaked 50 more points. So that's not going to work for me. And I actually have a file with me with all of my medical information, and I could show you a chart. I've showed people before that I've kept meticulous records, and I even, in all the time that these things were happening, I actually made like a graph chart too, and I can't seem to get it here, but to show you, to track. I mean, I tracked with statins, without statins, introducing exercise, without having the exercise, the time I was on the starch solution. I mean, just you name it. I know what I can do. I cannot do just low fat, because when I did that, my cholesterol went way high. So I have to have kind of like a combo. When I did low carb, high fat, my triglycerides came down, but they were the only thing that came down. My good HDL went down, good cholesterol went down. My bad cholesterol shot way up with high fat, low carb. So I can't do that either. So I have to kind of like be somewhere in the middle now, and it's going to be really tricky because I don't like to be hungry, and I'm really used to having my oatmeal in the morning, which I think I could probably still do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up getting like checking my blood glucose and seeing what is getting a bigger response, right? And how can I bring this down and keep it steady? And so there's going to be a lot more experimentation going on from here on forward. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know, I think I'm going to show you what I'm eating so that we can, you'll see what I'm doing and how I'm doing this. And I have to take my blood work in, I think he said 4 months. He's giving me 4 months. So I'm going to really attack this. Weight, I know is going to come off, but right now at this point is secondary to my concerns. My concerns are, number one, get a jump on arresting the development of these things and bringing them back down to the healthy levels. I'm not happy about the statins, but such is life. I want to live, and apparently that's how to do it. So anyway, all right, guys, I will let you go right now, and I love you a lot. Thanks for being on this journey with me. It's kind of hard, and there's those moments where I feel like no matter what I do, nothing works, and I do all this stuff, and this is the payoff I get, right? But that doesn't mean you stop trying. You keep trying every day, and you do your best another day, right? I live to fight another day. That's the way it is. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time.